What is good, you guys? Savannah here, back with another YouTube video. As you guys can tell, it's been a while. This is my first video back after I took that really long break. So some of you guys may have a lot of questions, like where have I been, what's been going on, and I'm here to answer all of your guys' questions. So yeah, but first things first, comment down below what you guys want to see next. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, those post notifications, and that will let you guys know when I post. Share with you guys' friends if you guys enjoyed it, and give this video a big thumbs up. There's a few things that I need to talk to you guys about that I haven't told anyone, at least not on YouTube, Snapchat. I've mentioned it in my Instagram lives, and I've also mentioned it on my TikTok. So, it's been a couple weeks since I found out the update about my grandma, and the update is not good. It was Monday of like 2 weeks ago, I think, or maybe it's becoming 2 weeks. So it was on a Monday, okay, let me backtrack. For those of you guys who are new, my grandma has dementia. I mentioned it on my channel here before. My grandma has dementia. And now, recently she has been diagnosed with schizophrenia as well. So what happened was, before, like, all of this, on Friday or Thursday, one of those 2 days, my grandma had an episode. She didn't remember who my grandpa was. The ambulance and the cops got called to take her to a home where she is currently at now. I'm just gonna let that sink in real quick. My grandma had an episode. She didn't remember who my grandpa was. She thought it was my grandpa. She thought my grandpa was a person trying to break in, and she was just very confused, obviously. Anyways, they took her to her home in North Platte. I'm not gonna say where. So, that's where she's currently residing at the moment. She was supposed to go to another home in Sutherland, but they basically rejected her. So she's no longer going to Sutherland. On Monday, my mom went up to go see my grandma in the home, where she asked the doctor how long my grandma has left. The doctor then said that is a good question. With how far she has already become with her dementia, it's probably going to be less than 6 months, or 6 months exactly. I'm gonna let that sink in, okay? Think about this. My mom went to go visit her mom. Yes, her mother is in the hospital right now. Where the doctor told her that she has 6 months or less to live. I'm gonna let that sink in. So Monday, after my mom got back home, she then told me, and I just started crying and crying and crying and crying, because if you guys didn't know, I lost my Uncle Pete literally 3 months ago. Going to be 4 months since this month's almost over. And I'm gonna actually be making him a memorial thing. And I'm gonna make 2 things for him. One is gonna be put on his grave, and the other one, I'm just gonna have for remembrance purposes. So this was my Uncle Pete. He passed away 3 months ago at the end of May. I'm going to be cutting this picture so that way it fits, and then I'm going to be printing out another picture of him and I, this exact picture, and have it for memorial purposes. So, 3 months ago I lost my Uncle Pete. Now I'm losing my grandma. So ever since Monday, I've kind of just been like distant from all of my social media besides my Instagram Live. If you want to go follow me on Instagram, it's Caleb's__queen22, 2 underscores. I go live on there every Monday through Friday at 8:20 p.m. And then I'm going to declare this on my YouTube channel. Weekends, I'm going to be doing 2 lives, one in the morning, so expect one at like 10. I'm actually going to say expect a live at 11 o'clock in the morning, and then maybe doing another live in the late afternoon. So expect that live at 4 o'clock. So 11 and 4 is when I'm going to go live on the weekends. So anyways, if you guys follow me on my Instagram, you guys already know this entire story. But if you're not, and this is your first time hearing this, I'm sorry, my first video back has to be so depressing. It was a couple days later that my mom had to basically sign my grandma's life away. Meaning she had a meeting with the doctor, with my grandpa, both of my aunts, but one aunt didn't show, so it was just my mom, my grandpa, my grandma, the doctor. No other people were supposed to come, and no other people did end up showing up. But basically the main purpose of that meeting was basically to sign the do not resuscitate papers and to talk about possibly taking her off all of her medications. That way she doesn't have to suffer. And we're deciding to keep her on her medications, because if we were to take her off all of them, she'd be dead within a week. So we are keeping her on her meds, but when her body decides that it's too much and can't fight anymore, we will not be trying to revive her. I've cried so much that I can't even cry anymore. So all of these weeks that I've been gone, or in YouTube purposes a month that I've been gone, has been because of family problems. I wanted to keep this off social media because it's just something that my family and I have to deal with separately and alone, and it's just been really difficult. And then my grandma's house ended up getting broken into. Some of her stuff has been stolen. There's an entire investigation going on, so I'm not going to say much, but I'm just going to throw that out there. Yeah, I also made a live about that. I was extremely pissed off about the fact that my grandma's house has been broken into and that most of her shit is gone when she's not even dead yet. It's kind of stupid and really retarded if you think about it. But that happened. And then I went to go see her a couple days ago, and it went really bad. What happened was, so because I look younger than 18, they wouldn't let me in without my ID. So I was already in North Platte wanting to go visit her, but they told me I needed my ID because I looked younger than my age. So I had to come all the way back home to get my little identification card to then go all the way back in order to visit my grandma. And the mornings she has better days, but in the afternoons it gets really hard. So what I mean by that is that in the mornings she doesn't have as many episodes, and in the afternoons it's more episodes, if that makes sense. So instead of visiting her at 11:30 to noon, I had to wait 3 hours to go see her, so it was from 4:30 to 5. And it was just really bad. Let me explain. I went there and showed them my ID. They finally let me go to the elevator to go up to the floor that she's on. And I walked in the room, right? And I just looked at her for a second. She was talking to a few other people that are there as well, and she was holding this doll that she named my name and my sister's name. So Savannah Amon or something like that. It's Savannah and my sister combined. But she looked very tired, very weak. She just didn't look the same. So after a couple minutes of just looking at her, I finally walk up to her. And at first she was like, "Are you Savannah?" And I'm like, "Yes, Grandma, I'm Savannah." And so we talked for a little bit, and I noticed that she was very shaky. Her hands were not as pale as my mom said that they were previously, but they were a little bit pale, and she just looked very tired and very weak. And she was wearing this purple coat, and her doll was wearing my mom's white jacket. Sorry, I'm trying not to cry. So there were times when my grandma would talk to me for a little bit and then go into an episode, talk to me, going into an episode. So it was 5 episodes back to back to back to back to back the entire time I was there. And I was only there for 30 minutes. And she had more than one episode. And I couldn't help but cry. But I would only shed a few tears when my grandma wasn't watching, because she doesn't understand what's going on. So as soon as she would look, I would make sure I wasn't crying, so I would wipe away my tears. And it was just bad. I said everything that I needed to say, if that makes sense. I told her that I loved her, and that I'm so sorry she has to go through all of this, and just stuff like that. And then when it was time for me to go, I hugged her tight, and I never wanted to let go, but I had to, because I had to go. It was just very sad. And then as soon as I left that room, tears, I started bawling my eyes out, and the nurse was all like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's just hard seeing my grandma have to go through this." And she's like, "I fully understand that." And so I asked her, I was like, "Do you know when she's getting transferred or what?" And that's when the nurse said that she's probably not even going to get transferred. So I don't know what's going on with that. There's still plenty of updates that I have yet to hear. So I'll for sure do another one of these videos updating you guys on the entire situation. I made my grandma a birthday or a Christmas gift, because she may not be here for Christmas. If she's not here for Christmas, I'll be putting it in with her casket. So I'm going to be placing the stuff in her casket with her for when she gets buried. And then I made her these. I get to actually demold these tomorrow. If you look closely, you can see pictures. I made her some like coasters. I don't know what you want to call them, but there's something to be buried with her for when she does end up passing. I wanted to have something to be buried with her to say goodbye. So I got that out of the way now before it was too late, because I don't know how much longer I have with my grandma. So I just wanted to come on here and get that all out of the way and say I'm back. I have tons of videos that I've already filmed but have yet to upload, so I'm gonna work on editing all of those tonight and get those out for you guys. I promise. I'm so sorry it took me so long to upload and to record a video. It's just been really hectic in my life right now, so I'm really sorry, and I am back. I'll keep updating you guys on the situation once I know more. But I'm back, I'm better, I'm coping with everything in my own way, but please keep sending your guys' prayers for not only my grandma, but for the rest of us, because when she goes, it's going to be extremely hard and extremely difficult. So yeah, I'm also going to be dyeing my hair. Yeah, you guys will not be seeing this blonde much longer. I'm going to, actually tonight, I'm going to be dyeing my hair blue. It's Blue Crush in Turquoise Reef. And since I'm like a medium blonde, it's going to be a little bit darker. So, can't wait. But anyways, that's going to basically be it for this video. Comment down below what you guys want to see next. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, that's post notifications, and that will let you guys know when I post. Share with you guys if you guys enjoyed, and give this video a big thumbs up. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video.